Yeah, if we could do like a podcast, it'd be dope, man.
Milsim podcast.
That's actually what I'd like to do. And that way we don't have to cut. And
oh yeah, you want to jump in on that podcast with Derek?
Yeah.
Oh, where's that podcast?
I don't know. I'll talk to him. All right, anyway, record.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I'll explain who Derek is. Yeah, I'll explain who Derek is in a little bit.
Yeah, the K-Sock stuff, man. It's rad because American made.
Yeah,
I want to say, homeboy is coming out of Florida making these uniforms here.
Yeah, I think
much cheaper than the Cries, and he does any kind of pattern you can really think of, man. I mean that's UCP Delta right there, which is crazy. You know, it's just oh man,
it's a weird.
It's disgusting.
It's like someone's
disgusting, but whatever. He does Tiger Stripe, whatever you can think of, man.
He does. Well, he does every.
He does limited releases too.
Yes.
Yes, limited, which is I think this one was.
Yeah.
He does limited releases, but like if you want a certain camo pattern, you gotta have a bulk order of like I think what five.
Yeah.
Well, 10 pieces. I think it said. So you can do 5 sets, or you know.
Yeah.
Someone just wants pants, and you know someone wants just a shirt, or you know it's like mix match. As long as it's 10 pieces, you can get it. And I know like with us, well, with a few of our guys, unfortunately I won't be running the K-Saw, which I'd like to try it out, but I'll be running my Samapo sand set, which I do like. Do you need help with that? Oh, look at that.
Emerson knives.
Not the uniforms.
Open the beer with them too.
Oh yeah, not the
the
cheap knockoff Cry. Okay.
Alright, yeah.
But anyway, shit.
Samapo.
Samapo.
Oh yeah, I'll be running my Samapo. I mean, awesome uniform.
You want your money back?
Yeah, credit card back.
Actually, one of our sister, I guess, units from what's it called? Broken Home. That's pretty. Yeah.
That's not bad. Yeah.
From Broken Home, dark beer. From Broken Home actually ran them, and they worked pretty well for him. So, but anyway, it's from what I see.
It's another option.
From another option.
It's another option.
What I see is Kratos is the K-Saw gear. It looks awesome. You can get whatever pattern you want. Just make sure like he has it in stock. If he doesn't have it in stock, you can, email him like, hey, I got a bulk order that I want to do, and of this pattern, and you can choose what color you want the torso to be, the stretch material. If you want to get the Cry cut for the Airflex knee pads,
cost extra.
They cost what, $30?
$30, yeah.
But even still, like they take the Cry Field knee pads.
Yeah, there's a reason they went for that.
He's got actually two generations of cuts.
Yeah.
The first cut is using the Cry Airflex cap, the kneecaps, and the second gen he went with the field knees.
Which I don't have the field. I don't have field pants, so I don't know how they were. I mean, you had a pair.
Yeah, I have a pair of Cry field pants, and I have a nickel-sized hole. After
he's trying to sell right here.
Yeah, if you want to try and buy them, hit me up. Link.
You want to show them your profile too?
You got any more gear that you just got?
Yeah. So right here as well, I got my Cry MRB, which has been here for a while. But I did some modifications. On the right hand side, I just completely stacked it with LBT 40 mic powders. I want the Cry ones, but they're like $100 each. It's a little too much for me. I can't do that. My tag round. I got this dump patch. Actually, I haven't talked about it yet, but I'll do another video about that.
You might as well just do talk about who makes it at least.
I forget who makes it.
Oh, it's I got you. It's on the tag.
Let's talk about the coolest thing in this
coolest thing,
which is this fucking thing right here.
It's been on the market for the longest time. SNS Precision didn't get a money holster. But recently, I was in a group chat on Facebook, and I was like, I was thinking about getting one of those. And so that was like, hey, I got one. It's left-handed too. I was like, $80, boom. This is missing one of the bungees that hooks it up to your plate carrier, but other than that, it holds the 320 and allows me to be a grenadier by having it on my rifle, getting all exhausted, I can just have it on my belt. So if I do need it, which is like once in a while, I'll just whip it out and, through a window or something if I'm cool.
Yeah, I got the mini map, and I can put a 320 or 79 in the back. But the downfall with that is it's kind of wonky to have to try and reach for it and then reholster it yourself. It's more of a buddy thing with this. you know, he can kind of just grab it off his belt and then you know, throw it back on real quick. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. You know, I like that.
I'll talk about the dump pouch too. It's a anyway, it's a tardigrade.
So one of our buddies that was here before Bliss with us, he just went to the East Coast as a recruiter. He hooked us up with a Swedish. Man, I'm Danish. Man, I'm terrible. Let me. Is it DK? Yeah, Denmark. So we're
Danish.
Danes.
He hooks up one of the guys. The guy, he's basically like starting out with a gear company, you know, making his own stuff. And Mike is able to hook us up.
Fast mag.
No, this is the house. Hook us up, and then Mike, you know, he came by and he's like, gave us all these dump pouches and mags and belts. And one of the dump pouches, I think I like it. It just needs a little improvement.
It just needs to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah. We want to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk about what I got. So. Tommy Boy over here, I was in the market for a new belt. I had a Cry Low Pro belt. And the thing was, it was just for me.
It wasn't that low pro.
It wasn't that low pro. For real, it wasn't that low pro. So I was looking at two different options. Well, three actually. I was looking at the Cry MRB, and then I was looking at the Ronin Tactics belt, and then the tier. Was it
Gunfighter?
The Gunfighter belt.
Something like that.
Yeah, and the thing was that couldn't find an MRB worth shit. Like I didn't feel like dealing. It was coming down to crunch time for Broken Home, and sorry if you hear dogs in the background. We're in my garage. Yeah, and it's just
dungeon.
In the dungeon.
Yeah.
Harder than.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the lighting here is
kind of
heat lamps.
Heat
So I'm
lamps.
just profusely sweating in the corner over here right now.
I feel like vegetables. Like
we are glistening. We are staying hydrated with
I
beer.
feel this.
But anyway,
we're all gonna
so
shower
long
together,
time
right?
hydrating.
So we so I came down to it. Tommy Boy was like, hey, you know, I got a Ronin Tactics belt, and I was like, well, you know, how do you like it? He's like, it's good. You can watch a video of Rover Murray, and you know, I sat and I watched it, and I liked it.
Robo's got a video to
The most disappointing video ever.
Man, the guy that actually.
No, not that one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's Ronin Tactics has a video.
Yeah,
I thought I found the one where you
no.
cried.
But
The one
anyway.
where he's like, oh.
Anyway.
We won't get into that today. Maybe another day.
Yeah. So I went ahead and I actually bought the Ronin Tactics belt. Man, I gotta say, it feels like I don't have anything on that's like overbearing. Oh, excuse me. Right now it's pretty plain. I still have all this Molly.
Yeah, you better fill up all that.
I gotta fill all that Molly.
Every
Molly up.
Look at my belt.
I do plan on getting the was it the Tier Tactical or Blue Force Gear? Blue Force Gear blue pouch.
Yeah, we both run. Me and Tom both run this pouch.
I got some bad news.
What?
Camera guy's telling us the camera's getting hot. We need to take a break for 5 minutes.
Is this a real thing?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Alright.
Well, we don't want to break down all the camera
Okay,
guy
so
right now.
real quick, I'll
Too
go
late.
over this.
Take it down.
I obviously do this inside. Is it good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
anyway, back to where we were at. Another cut. Camera had to take a break because it was
We got water too.
you know overheating. The dump pouch was good. You know, just needed to be a little bit bigger. We also had the fast mag.
Grab it.
But anyway, Ronin Tactics belt, also belt. It's probably gonna be, you know, I say this a lot about a lot of things about being the last thing I buy for airsoft, but for sure this will be one of the last things I do buy. It's all around comfortable. Also with the tardigrade Tactical out of Denmark. The guy's really nice. You know, he's sending us stuff to try. You know, doing a quick review video.
Yeah, we'll probably put a link to his Facebook page or something in the
description.
in the description below. You know.
The fast mag is nice. Excuse me.
It's not designed for PMAX.
It's definitely not designed for PMAX because what's like I guess what the
It's not wide enough.
Yeah, it's not wide enough.
Denmark
for the
doesn't
material.
have PMags, I guess.
Yeah, I guess they use a regular.
But
stand.
anyway, like it's great. It's a great piece.
So I got
Actually, and then with this, actually inside the dust,
this
There you go.
fits. Yeah, I've used this multiple times for my, regular Cinematics, and
it's a tight fit
it fits.
at first, but like it's not gonna go anywhere, which is nice. Also, with the dump pouch and the fast mag, is you can actually put the fast mag in the dump pouch. There's a little molly section right here. You can put in the dump pouch. You can attach it there, and then you actually have, like you're not taking up if you're running out of molly space or whatever.
It's kind of like if you guys ever seen the Snake Eater tactical stuff. He does a pretty similar design where you can put the fast mag is pretty much inside of the dump pouch. So
and it just saves you a molly room, or like if you ran out, you got some right there. It's awesome. I know Tom, you ran it at Broken Home, and I know obviously you didn't have an issue. I had an issue with mine because of the P mag on my PTW. It could have been just the way the Gen 3 P mags were. I don't know. It was easy going in, but it was really, really tight coming out. So it wasn't used as a fast mag. So as of right now, what I'm doing is I'm using the Cry horizontal mag pouch for mag to hold one of my mags, and which is my Rampo. There's some babies in there.
yeah, we'll do different. Rip them.
Rip
and rip it.
Rip it. Out of the PTW. Also, these mags for PTWs. If you if you want a PTW, I highly suggest these mags. They're great. They're Gen 3 P mags. So I think there's only Gen 3 airsoft P mag out there.
No, the PTS emulated the Gen 2 of the P mags. These work pretty well for me. The only thing, my gun's kind of finicky, so I would say don't load these all the way. If you have a PTW and you got the PTS mags, at least for mine, I feel like if I fill them,
It's in my room.
the max amount, they kind of feed a little wonky, but otherwise.
C-Shot, they custom made real shells of the.
Oh yeah. There's
always that too. I think Tackleberry was doing that, where he's taking real P-mag shells and.
If you don't know who Tackleberry is, he's like the PTW guru, like of everything. He does hop-up mods, motor mods, gearbox, and no shit. But yeah, anyway.
Back to the belts, man. The biggest thing with both of these belt systems, the Cry MRB and the Ronin Tactics, the thing I always took issue with is I used to have it was like an Eagle, Eagle War Belt or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's standard battle belt, and it would shift around and it would be all lining up on me when I go prone or whatever. With these, you have a Velcro inner belt, and then the outer belt that you're looking at here has male Velcro, so it hooks into that Velcro inner belt, and you don't get any of that shifting or any of that type of issue. The only downside that I could really see to these is if you're running a lot of cold weather gear. It's going to have to hang over the belt, or you're going to have to finagle that some way or another. But otherwise, this should have been done years ago, man. These belts with the inner outer belt type system is really killer. It keeps them from just moving around on you.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things I like about it. And like the low pro belt, like I said, not being low pro, it would move around. Like I could tighten it down, and then like if I tightened it down too much, it just felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, there's much less.
And it was like for me, it was hard on my lower back. This and this it just feels great. It feels good to have. Overall, like I said, best belt I've had. I'm pretty sure Tom loves his Cry MRB.
Let me jump on that real quick with the Cry MRB, but the internal belt is in my car. I forgot it. That does the Velcro. You can put it inside here and turn it into a regular belt, a battle belt. So if you're running cold weather gear, you can just put it over your jacket. If you guys didn't know that,
which is awesome. I mean, it's. Well, obviously you use your preference on what you rather have, and obviously I couldn't get my hands on this, on the Cry MRB.
No, the funny thing is, he bought this a week later. There were a bunch of
no shit, right? But the thing is like the Cry MRB with the stock buckle is the plastic buckles.
Yeah.
You can do your eyebrows.
A lot of people with the Cry MRBs, I see a lot of people they end up replacing that stock belt. So there's a little more cost involved with the MRB. These here are the Ronin shooter's belts, right?
Yeah, shooter belt.
He has the shooter's belt, then he has like the warrior's belt and the senshi. The warrior and the senshi, I think the difference between the two of those is the warrior is stiffer than the shooters, and the senshi is the same as the warriors, but you have a D-ring.
Yep.
So, you know, I mean, yeah, we're not trying to hang off of helicopters or repel off any shit.
You're not trying to be like JMR, you know?
You know, repel down elevator shafts.
It would be dope though.
But but anyway though, like, and also with that is like, I like the Cobra belt buckle. Tom, you had to change your.
Yeah, the internal, one of the inside belts for the MRB itself right here was like plastic. I didn't like it, so I switched it out with a Cobra belt. It's much better. Yeah, I recommend it. And more stiffer too.
Yeah, that too.
The Arc'teryx Talos shirt. This is the first gen. They have a new uniform out. It's like the Arc'teryx Assault AR. Arc'teryx is astronomically expensive. Red Bird Society, Dead Bird Rich. Hashtag. But this is the old gen stuff. You can actually find this stuff on eBay, like, you know, relatively cheap. I scored this stuff off of Facebook from a couple different guys. But I'll tell you, it's got some pretty cool features, man. The most standout thing to me is you can actually, it has a pit zip that runs almost the full length of the arm. This was real cool for Broken Home because the humidity was just outrageous there.
So it was hella hot. It was hotter than the Hall.
The first day, you know, I kind of. The first day, I just kind of ran the sleeves down, so I rolled them up a little bit. You know, instead of the usual cool back cuff. But with this uniform here, you can actually make it into like a short sleeve. You know, some guys do the super operator thing where they cut their fucking cry shirts and then later they cry about it in secrecy because
blasphemy.
You know what I mean? They cut their hair on one. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Well, with this stuff here, it has kind of like a Velcro retainer, and then you roll up the sleeve and you pop your arm back through and now you get a short sleeve shirt. The other thing I like about this versus any of the cry cuts is you have a zip for the bicep pocket. Just a little add security. You can fit a pretty good amount of shit in here. I got my Task Force Aatrox patch.
Hey, where's your candy from GMR?
Dope. We're gonna get to that. The one thing for this is if you're a real weirdo and you like your patches, not a lot of room for patches here, so you know you're just gonna have to deal with that. Otherwise, you know, it's a cool shirt, man. It's also color matched on the body, which is different versus like the Cries. I know Patagucci, the new gen, does the color matched bodies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're rocking.
Yeah, Tom's got the new Patagucci set. It's cool. But yeah, the ARC shirts are real neat. I just got the pants. Some homie was selling them pretty cheap. Still new with the tags, you know. So. Real steezy like, you know what I'm saying? But I just got these, so I really can't comment on it too much, guys. They're a lot different than any of the cry cuts than the G3s. The most akin to a field set on steroids. They have pockets for the Arc'teryx kneecaps, so they fit internally, and then you run the straps from the kneecaps through the the pocket that the kneecap sits in. And then you cinch it on the backside. One thing that kind of stood out to me that was pretty cool is they have built-in gaiters. These aren't waterproof gaiters or anything like that. But they're gonna keep shit, debris from getting in your boots or what have you.
I haven't seen it yet. He was trying them on. He was like naked in front of me. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. They didn't fit on there too.
You know, because I'm a short motherfucker, so I gotta get them hemmed. But the vert is still out as to whether they're top. I don't know. I wouldn't pay full price for them. I'll say that right up front. You can find these on eBay, depending on how lucky, what size you are. You can find them pretty cheap. So I would look on the used market for Arc'teryx Talos top and bottom. The new stuff is dope too, but you're gonna be paying out the ass. I mean, I have a military discount, and it's still like $300 for the pants.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's a lot of money. You know, Arc'teryx is you're paying for the name. A lot of engineering goes into the garments too, but to say these do anything better than Cries or otherwise K-Sogs, I don't really know.
Fuck was that?
You know. The only other thing.
Get the gas.
Oh shit.
Real quick, you guys heard some weird noises in the background. That's Rob's new baby, Caleb, named after our Lord and Savior. Doing some weird noises. I don't know what he's trying to say to us.
The only thing I got here is, see if I can rip it off without knocking anything over.
CPC!
Okay, it's gonna be fine. It's made of metal.
Bro, that one was mine, not his.
But,
you still want to trade? He dropped my 320.
With a fucking broken safety.
It lives.
Okay, let's do your safety.
So, I just copped, I had a, Gen 1, GMR Mini. It was, DCU. I just sold it to, some dude on Facebook. Hope you're happy with it, man. So, here's the Gen 2. Actually, I'm sorry, this is the, Gen 1.5, or the OG Enhanced, I guess you want to call it. I like these bags, man. You know, it makes it easy for my guys to work with my back. Everything's pretty intuitive. There's only so many pockets. I usually run the banger insert to run a couple R2Bs. I don't have it in here right now. I just got this today. The really cool thing with this is it's all Velcro lined on the interior, so you can take, you know, I think Blue Force Gear has the Dapper inserts, and some other companies make like Velcro inserts that have elastics, and you can just pop them in here, you know, kind of organize things a little, you know, a little more so, so it's a little more intuitive for you. You know, you can be like, hey man, I grab my battery, and all I gotta do is just pop open the pocket, and it's right there. You know, instead of them having to fish around and fucking searching your what, 10x8 GP pouch with the fucking, you know.
Okay, I'm sorry. I want a GP pouch that big on my
So
side.
9x6x3.
Oh, is that what you got one of those?
On my Nimbus?
Yeah. Don't ask me to look for anything in it, because I'm gonna.
It's my medical pouch, man. Chill.
Hey, curse.
You know, these bags are
Show
chill,
the
man.
candy,
A lot of guys hate on the little med kit. Like, what are you gonna fit in there? But you know, it's just little boo boo type stuff. And I'll tell you what, some of these guys running these big IFACs and shit. More often than not, they don't have. I'm a medic, and they don't have, you know, bare necessities.
You want to fucking cut it up and,
you know,
smash it up.
That's the point of it, is you smash
I got
Smarties.
This is double bottle in here right now. Some Smarties.
There was a warhead earlier, I ate that.
You break this up and you do a line of coke with GMR.
No, you don't.
This is some grandma candy. Ronan, we got to talk about this. I don't even know. This is right here. That's pretty far out. I feel like you got that from grandma's jar that she's had sitting there forever.
I'll let you know if it's cameras.
What is that?
More grandma.
You couldn't get like Starburst or something?
So.
Yo. I don't care.
Yeah, the bags are dope, man. A lot of people kind of hate them. They're like, oh, it's too small, you know. But it's very.
There's a point to it, though.
Yeah, there's a point to it. It has a very specific niche and role. Myself, I really like the minimalist type kit. I mean, I run a JPC. I have the GMR Kydex insert. I got a Ferro dangler on here that I'm kind of like indifferent about. You know, it kind of flops around a little bit, and it's a little hard to get into with the positioning of it. This will probably go pretty soon. I think I'm gonna move on to an elastic cummerbund type setup. But I like the JPC, man. A lot of people kind of hate on this again too, and they're like, you know, it's not comfortable and it's, you know, blah blah blah. But
it depends on how much weight.
Yeah, you know, I hang
airsofters.
I hang the bare minimum off of this carrier, and I had no problems during, you know, it's probably the 12-ish hours I was out there for, you know, for broken home each day.
The biggest thing that like, people hate on the JPCs is that like. I see online, it's like, oh, rate my JPC setup, and I'm looking at this thing.
20 mags on there. And like,
you know, you got like 6 mags up front, you know, two double mag pouches on the side right here, and it's just overbearing, you know, GP pouches everywhere.
Yeah, you know,
I don't sense.
I don't think
sense of
that
airsoft, even if you like
real world.
like, I mean, I can't say real world because like, I mean, I've only deployed once, and that was a long time ago. And that was obviously driving trucks, but. Still, like most of the infantry guys, they don't want all that stuff, you know.
Well, I'll tell you from a user end standpoint, just from the standpoint of an end user that's run the carrier for, you know, a period of time. The JPC is badass. I love the fact that there's nothing in the way of me really shouldering my rifle. It's very minimal. There's no buckles. There's I was looking at some of the first spear offerings, and I like the easiness of the Dawn and Doff of the carrier with the tube system, but it's right in the shoulder pocket, which kind of it's kind of weird. But with the JPC,
you put it on your non-firing soldier though.
So I'm not Ferro. They're on both sides.
Yeah,
that's why I can't do it. It's on everything.
With
It's supposed to be for eat off too.
it's the bare minimum. It's as if you fucking taped 2 plates to your body almost. You know what I'm saying? The Airlight cummerbund, I don't really care for too much. It doesn't offer a lot of support. When you go to the elastic cummerbund type setup, the thing that you're gaining from that is it's offering you more stability. It breathes better with you, and you're getting a little more weight distribution because now your sides and your hips and everything are kind of picking up a little more of the weight versus just your traps, on your shoulders. And I mean,
He's a trap.
at the end of the day, don't put so much shit in your JPC, and if it's really a problem for you, go to fucking gym. Maybe you just need to lift some
Ronin.
some shrugs, some deadlifts,
Like you
some
said,
shoulder presses.
I mean, obviously though, the JVC stuff was designed for a lighter load though.
Yeah.
It's a jump, it's for you to jump off.
In and out kind of situation.
Like I have an ABS. I love that thing. I forget what sometime this year. No, last year I got it, and I took it to Rainier games and I loved it. And the time we were up there, it never gave me problems. And before then, I think our cameraman's sleeping.
Our cameraman's knocked out.
Come on.
Just rest my eyes.
Yeah, rest my eyes. But anyway, my first event I went to was Copperhead, and I rented a Mayflower APC. I think what happened was I overloaded the thing, and it was just too heavy, and it was just too much for what it was.
Or you're a bitch.
I probably was a bitch.
I'll tell you, man. I see a lot of guys. I started at Broken Home, and I see it all the time. Just at pickup games, stuff like that. People have so much shit, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you gonna do with all that stuff, man? These guys got they got their little ditty bag with Skittles and whatever, Pokebait in there.
Bro, you don't even know.
They got
Don't even know.
it's just like the craziest shit, man. I'm like, I understand the immersion factor and stuff like that, but I'll tell you, as a Joe, someone in the Army, I don't want to wear half that shit, man. I'm not trying to wear an IMTV with full daps and brim protector, neck protector. No, that sucks.
I have to. Was it that Tico?
Yeah, that Tier Pico. Yeah, we know.
We know somebody.
Yeah, he's kind of.
Hey now.
Far out there.
But yeah, guys. I mean, I know this first.
Hey, this is still cold.
This first Milsim talk that we've had in a while. This one is kind of.
It's gonna be a Milsim podcast.
Yeah. That's what we hope to do this in a podcast format. That's my homegirl that I work with.
Oh.
Yeah.
They put it on speaker.
But we're gonna come at you next time with a little more of a structured format instead of kind of being all over the place. But we hope you guys, kind of appreciated this little video that we had here, this little talk. Yeah, please ask questions, man. Put stuff in the comments. We love to hear what you guys have to say, your questions and feedback, stuff like that. We hope to make this more kind of regular thing, maybe once a month or a couple times a month. We'll do this Milsim talk. What do you guys?
We get a
thoughts, feelings, gripes.
I like this because it's like, I like doing this stuff because it not only in a video, but even people that are watching it, you guys can ask questions. Even give your opinions on things.
Yeah, I hope this kind of.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, there's not hate or anything.
Well, if you didn't like it, let us know. I hope what we said here.
Suck a dick.
There was a lot of. Oh, my word, yeah, but there was a lot of. I know we kind of went off in some tangents here and there, but I hope some of this stuff that we talked about here, makes you think. Maybe as a player, maybe bring it back to your squad group, wherever you play with, and be like, hey, maybe we should kind of look more at the tactics side of the game, and so on and so forth. There's tons of stuff on YouTube, guys, and just Googling, squad formations and just different tactics, man.
Yeah, just videos out there.
Yeah, and that shit's fun, man. It's fun to play airsoft. Absolutely. I'll tell you what, I've been having a blast these past few weeks just practicing different drills as far as shooting from different shoulders, reloads.
Definitely with a different shoulder. I've never really done that. I'm definitely been the guy who's like, oh man, I gotta go around this back corner. And with airsoft, I've never really aimed out in sight, which is a big mistake. Zero in a sight, it's so much better.
Yep.
And you can actually hit targets.
If you actually take the time to zero a red dot sight or something like that,
even if it's a knockoff, because I believe you can zero them.
Yeah, I got a homeboy. He's got a knockoff aim point T1 type deal. He got it from e-bike, and he kind of zeroed it in. Hey,
it's smarter people.
Yeah, it kicks ass because
it helps. And like even if you just play airsoft, you don't do real steel shooting. Like it'll transition over to the real steel stuff. It'll help you out. And
you're not going to have that same felt recoil and things like that you would have with an actual firearm. But I'll tell you, with military, I feel this with airsoft as well, is shooting is only about 10% of what we do as far as military. Mm-hmm. And even, I think in airsoft, shooting is only so much, you know what I mean? I think the tactics and things like that are so much more important, because what ends up happening is a lot of people, they just watch these movies, they watch YouTube videos and things like that. They never put them into actual practice, but they've watched all this stuff and they've read all these message boards. So suddenly you've watched Zero Dark 30 and you have trolled the AR-15 message boards, and Info Carbon's pretty dope, but what happened, these guys, they suddenly think they're SMEs, they're subject matter experts, and I'm telling you guys, when you actually get out there, it's a cliche thing to say. I know so many different people have said that, but you will not rise to the occasion, but you'll fall back to the lowest level of training, and that you'll see it. Just kind of next time you go to a game, just kind of people watch, and you'll see it, man. You'll see these teams where you're like, okay, they know the dance, but they just can't do the moves.
Right.
They just can't do the fucking moves.
They got 2 left feet.
Yep.
What it basically comes down to is you spend hours watching YouTube videos, but unless you're out there actually performing drills and the tactics and everything, you're...
Well, yeah. It was like we were doing the training, and you said we had to do offhand shooting or off shooting. I was like,
yeah.
Fuck, holy shit, I've never
we're all military, but we never fucking
never practice it.
Yeah, we never practice that shit.
And the thing was I've done it before, and since I never aimed down sight, I was hurting. I'd be way off target. And once I zeroed in the Comp M4 and I actually started using my left eye to actually gain, it's still hard for me, but to actually get it on target, I will hit target.
Yep. And practice makes perfect, man.
Yeah, well, of course, and that's why we do this.
Yep.
And the first time I did that, I was so slow with it. Like, just trying to practice getting my eye focused on the target, actual shooting, and all that stuff. And now the past few weeks, it's steadily getting better and better. We're getting faster target acquisition, better control. Not control, but just better overall. Just faster, being faster at it, and stuff like that. Like if I would have went, a big game, and I'm just like, just looking around, trying to shoot on my left shoulder, and not aiming down sight. People would have been looking at me like, yo, look at this Jerry's kid. Just.
Yeah. And you'll see. Just watch some games on YouTube. You'll see guys doing the fucking speedball, middle finger trigger thing. Just kind of walking in the BBs and whatever, man. Like I said, however the game is fun for you, then
play it like that.
Play it like that, man. Because you paid the money. You're the one that brought yourself out there. However you find it fun, play it that way. For myself, and I think I can speak for the rest of us too, we're looking for progression in ourselves as players, and we're looking for progression with Diamondback Operators. We're looking to get better in any way we can, as often as we can, and that doesn't happen just by talking about it. You have to go out and do it. You have to train, and
And that's what happened at first. It's like, when we first started, we're going to do this, we do that. And you know, we always said we were gonna do this, but it never happened. And then you know, it was just talk. It was all talk.
Yeah.
And then you know, finally, literally just
Look out for us at Copperhead 2. We're gonna be there for sure.
2.5.
2.5. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they
I knew there was a 2. You said there was no 2.
There's a 2.
There was a 2.
There's a 2.
So now we're going to 2.5.
It's 2.5.
It's 2.5.
Okay.
So
Tell you what, hate
It's
to the party pooper. We gotta cut this video because we're like, I don't even know, like 15 minutes in or something like that.
Yeah.
I completely lost track of time.
Wrap it up.
Gotta wrap it up, man. You know, our reason I'm doing this video is because they were forcing me. I don't know how many videos on my new videos coming out.
My
I'm kidding.
word.
No, I just wanted to do a video and show you guys everything that we recently got. We want to talk about everything we've been doing, so you guys aren't left out of the loop of what Debo is. And we wanted to show Time over here. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching the video. I want to thank Tom and Rob for being here with us. And especially the big man Ted. Hey, I got the chair right. Hey. This is Tactic Donut, and I appreciate you guys watching our Milsim talk.
Yeah, thanks,
Pop
guys.
smoke.
Thank you. Did I give you that pop and smoke idea?
No.
I could have sworn I did.
Pop and smoke over here.
You done recording yet? Turn that thing. No.